what's up YouTube, fish tube and fish fam? This is yours truly, Rob with the Freeze Aquariums. Today, an unboxing. I guess you could kind of say it's something old, but something new. What I have here is the Nicrew ClassicLED Plus. Now, there's a video on my channel for the original Classic LED. Nicrew reached out and asked if I would do a video on this. Also to do a video on programming the light, which I'm going to do separate from here for time constraints. So at any rate, here is the light. Aluminum chassis, vented for, again, better heat dispersion. This is the 30 by 36 model, so this is actually like 29 and a half long. Fits well on a 29, a 20. So supposedly the difference in this light versus the original is that it's 25% brighter, which unfortunately I don't have a par detector here to verify that. But the smaller version that they sent me to actually do the video on did seem a little bit brighter in comparison to that light that's on my 29. The only problem was it's only 22 and a half, so it doesn't fit across it. So at any rate, one of the big changes that came to this light is built-in timer, where in the video, if you go back on my channel, or I'll leave a link in the description if you want to take a look at it, this you had to buy separate. It was about 11 bucks, somewhere in there. So now it's all in one. You can detach it if need be. So I'll do this really quick. So you might be able to see you have whites, you have reds, and you have greens. Red, white, photosynthesis for your plants. Blue, more of a moonlight, nighttime setup. And the green is just to help with the colorations in there. They all play their part as far as how the fish look, how your plants grow. Now, they did send this to me to actually do the programming, which a lot of people, I guess, have a problem with programming this. I don't really feel it is that difficult, so I will do the video on that. You can come back to the channel, take a look and see. It does have a simulated sunrise and sunset. Also, quick disclaimer, I'm not getting paid for this. They asked me to do this video for the programming because a lot of people are having issues. And I said, you know, I'll do a review on the light as well. Now, I can speak from honest usage. I don't get paid. I'm not here to sell anything, or whatever anybody else thinks. I like to be straight forth and a straight shooter with you, my subscribers, and my viewers and potential subscribers. If something's good, I'll let you know. If it's crap, I'm going to let you know as well, because I don't get paid. Granted, they sent me the light to test. In any case, I've been using Nicrew lights for 6 years now. The Classic, probably 5 years old right now, and it works fine. The plants in my 29 gallon are growing fine. I have the white and blue light on my 75 cichlid tank, not growing anything in there. And then I have a smaller one on my 10 gallon, and it grows low tech plants with no problem. I even have a sword growing pretty well in there. So as far as the longevity, these lights are pretty good. And I think the fact of now you don't have to spend extra money to get this timer is well worth it, especially when you compare the prices of something from Nicrew versus some of the other brands. You're talking a few $100s. Bad enough getting into the hobby, especially in this day and time with inflation and everything else. It's already expensive. Once you're up and running, it kind of levels out, but yeah, it can still be expensive. So if you can save money on lights and filters and things like that that actually work, then it's a no-brainer. And I happen to like the Nicrew lights, and as I stated, I've used them. So at any rate, 21 watts for this 30 to 36, 20 volts, and it is dimmable. Now, the setup is pretty simplistic once you go through it. If you lose power, what will happen is this will be flashing 0. And all you have to do, it will retain, if you don't use the default mode, it will retain what you have programmed, at what level your light is going to be during the daytime, and then if you switch it to moonlight and the blue light, what percentage of brightness you're going to have at that point. It saves that. Now, it is a 24-hour clock. It cannot be changed. So 12 o'clock, then it goes to 1300 hours, 14, and so on all the way around. All right, so let's talk about the light default modes and what's displayed. So if you see on this display, it says 00. And what that means is straight on and off, there is no dimming. 15 or 30 is the amount of time that it's going to ramp up. So be it 15 sunrise and sunset, it ramps up and dims down from 0 to 100, and then 100 to 0, 15 minutes. And then the same ramp up for 30 minutes. If you like your sunrise and sunset a little bit longer, you would make sure in the programming that it says 30. Now, their display off means all LEDs are off. On, of course, all LEDs are on. And 2 on means only the blue. So you can actually go through the programming or through your light buttons and have just blue lights on. I don't recommend using them too long because they do help grow blackbeard algae as well as other forms of algae. Use them sparingly, I would say, just an hour or two before you go to bed or whatever. So the default mode, 1 on is at 9, 1 off is at 1700, which is 5 o'clock. Sorry, I got distracted. The 1 on brightness, and this is, I can understand why some people get confused trying to follow the instructions. It looks like it says 11 o'clock. They should have made the print smaller and put CH1 100, meaning channel 1, your reds, your whites, and your greens are at 100%. So then 2 on, that comes on at 9 o'clock. It's running simultaneous, so you're going to have your blues on as well as all the other LEDs. Now 2 off happens at 1900 hours, is at 7. Then your 2 on brightness, it says 260. Confusing again if you're not familiar with the program. It should say CH2 meaning now that you've gone through the default setup, that the 2 on brightness, channel 2, will be at 60%. So during the day, your channel 1, 100%, channel 2, just your blues, 60%. Hopefully that clears up some of the confusion. 12 months warranty from the date of purchase. If your product is in warranty and you require replacement parts or service, you just contact support at Nicrew.com. You can also visit, if you want to see other things, Nicrew at Nicrew.com. But what I just spoke on, that was just default. Plug it in, make sure it's 9 o'clock or whatever you want your 9 o'clock. So if you're not home like I am, my timers are set to come on when I get home and pretty much stay on until I get ready to go to bed later on in the evening, and then all the lights go off. So just look at what time it is, how long this is going to run, so 9 to 1900 hours is the time frame. Just put that in respect of where you want it if you don't want to fuss with the light. Now, some of the questions that they've had is, if the power goes out, will the controller remember everything? It will remember what you have set up. However, it will not reset the time you're going to have to manually do. But it will keep everything but the current time. Another question they have is, why does my light not seem as bright as it normally does? Usually, as I spoke about the different degrees or percentages of brightness, somebody or something happened and the brightness is down. Now on and off mode, it will not adjust. It's just straight 100% for the time frame that you turn it off. So go back into your timer, check channel 1, see what the percent is, check channel 2, see what the percent is, and adjust them accordingly. 12-month warranty, as I stated, support at Nicrew.com. To look at Nicrew's other products, Nicrew.com. And with that, I am going to work on doing the program video. I wanted to try to keep this one short. I will come back once I actually have the programming video uploaded, and I will put that in the description. So if you decide that you're going to buy this light, or if you've already bought it and you're having issues, hopefully this video will help you out in how to program it. And again, not getting paid for this, but me personally, I like Nicrew lights. They grow with plants. They are a decent light if you're in the market to spruce up your tank and you don't want to spend hundreds of dollars. Check them out. They can help you out and make your life easier and make your fish tank and your fish keeping experience a positive one. I'm all for it. I'm also here about saving you money. So again, I'll put the link in the description for the Nicrew site. I'll also come back and put the link for the programming and my merch store. So helping me out, helps my channel out, and also helps me bring more stuff like this to you. Stay tuned because I am excited. I have a few products from another manufacturer coming in that I think will work well in shrimp tanks, smaller tanks. So stay tuned for that. And with that, folks, this is Rob from Freeze Aquariums. As always, take care of yourself, take care of each other. God bless. Peace.